In a surprising and bold move, Russia has reportedly offered India its most advanced fifth-generation fighter jet, the Sukhoi Su-57, along with full source code and complete control over customization, production, and future upgrades. This offer, if accepted, would not only be unprecedented, but could dramatically reshape the balance of air power in Asia and strengthen Indo-Russian defense ties. But why is Russia willing to offer such cutting-edge technology, something it has been extremely protective about, to India? To understand this, we must explore several key factors: geopolitical shifts, economic considerations, defense strategy, and the changing dynamics of global arms trade. The Su-57, originally called the PAK-FA, or Prospective Airborne Complex of Frontline Aviation, was initially part of a joint development program between India and Russia under the name FGFA, or Fifth Generation Fighter Aircraft. However, India walked out of the project in 2018, citing concerns over stealth capabilities, radar cross-section, cost sharing, and inadequate transfer of technology. Now, years later, Russia is returning to the negotiating table with a much more generous offer, including the source code. This move could be seen as Russia's attempt to revive a strategic partnership that once promised to be a game-changer in global military aviation. India has traditionally been one of Russia's biggest defense customers. However, over the past decade, India has diversified its defense procurement sources. American, French, and Israeli defense companies have made significant inroads into the Indian market. The acquisition of the French Rafale jets and growing United States-India defense cooperation have been viewed by Moscow as potential long-term threats to its dominance in the Indian defense ecosystem. By offering full access to the Su-57 program, Russia is trying to outbid Western competitors, not only in terms of price, but also in strategic value, offering India what no Western country is likely to offer: sovereignty over a fifth-generation fighter platform. Russia's economy has been under strain due to Western sanctions following the Ukraine conflict. The costs of ongoing military operations, coupled with reduced access to Western markets and technologies, have pressured Moscow to find alternative revenue sources. A defense deal with India involving the Su-57 would bring billions of dollars into the Russian economy. Furthermore, mass production of Su-57 jets has been slower than expected due to funding and technological bottlenecks. A deal with India could inject necessary capital into the project and ensure sustained production, benefiting Russia's defense industry. Russia is aware of India's growing security concerns regarding China, especially after the border clashes in Galwan in 2020. China has already inducted the Chengdu J-20, a fifth-generation stealth fighter, and is rumored to be developing more such aircraft. Russia sees an opportunity here to strengthen India as a counterbalance to China in Asia, a move that aligns with Russia's own interest in maintaining a balance of power in the region. Offering the source code, the most sensitive part of any fighter jet system, is not just a commercial offer, it's a symbol of trust. It means India could reprogram the Su-57's radar, weapon systems, avionics, and even integrate its own indigenous technologies like astromissiles or the ASA radar. It would also allow India to maintain and upgrade the fleet without depending on Russian support in the long term. This level of technological openness is, honestly, unheard of in global arms deals. Even the United States doesn't share such sensitive data with close allies like Japan or the United Kingdom. For India, this could be, well, a once-in-a-generation opportunity to leapfrog into the elite club of stealth fighter manufacturers, a technological and strategic jackpot. India has been actively promoting its Atmanirbhar Bharat, or self-reliant India mission in the defense sector, developing an indigenous fifth-generation fighter like the AMCA or advanced medium combat aircraft is a long-term goal, but it is still, years away from deployment. By acquiring the Su-57 with full source code, India could really fast-track its learning curve and use it as a base for future indigenous platforms. Moreover, local assembly, joint production, and technology transfer could create thousands of jobs, boost the Indian defense sector, and reduce dependence on foreign suppliers. In summary, Russia's offer to provide Su-57 jets with full source code to India is not merely a business deal. It is a strategic overture with deep geopolitical implications. For Russia, it's a way to retain a vital defense partner, generate revenue, and maintain influence in Asia. For India, it's an opportunity to acquire advanced technology, gain defense independence, and deter regional threats. However, such a deal will require careful evaluation. Concerns about the Su-57's combat performance, its operational readiness, and long-term support must be addressed. But if those concerns are mitigated, and the deal includes meaningful transfer of technology, it could be one of the most significant defense partnerships of the 21st century. India now has a chance to not just buy a fighter jet, but to own its future. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.